Hello, Leo friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Leo June 2023 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. This is for you if Leo is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Leo placement that you're watching for. What we're going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Leo friend, so birthdays August 15th through the rest of the sign, or Leo placements 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Virgo report, as you very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. I'm calling the theme of this month 15 Ways for Leo to Rock June, and that is what I'm going to deliver in this recording. I'm going to give you a quick overview of some very important transits that will be affecting everybody, and then we'll dive right into those 15 ways for you to rock June. We have slightly more sweet aspects compared to salty ones this month. Salty ones are what I call the inharmonious, challenged aspects. We do have some road bumps to get through, but we have lots more sweet aspects, so that sets a nice tone for the month. We are easing out of the heat of eclipse season. April and May are the heat of eclipse season, and June, we may still get some news, information, and events coming from those eclipses. Sometimes 4 to 6 weeks after the eclipses, the news will be delivered that may come from them. But mostly the season will start to be lightening. The anxiety levels from those eclipses will start to go down. And with the fog of Mercury retrograde finally lifted here in June, you'll be able to better see what you're going to do with the things that have happened in April and May, or what that's going to look like. The Taurus and Scorpio eclipse cycle has been in a tough angle for Leos. So from the end of 2021 through now, it'll be the end of 2023 before they end, it's been a little bit tough. So, and for some people, a lot tough. So you can listen to my April and May reports to better understand where you are getting hit and what types of shifts could be happening for you. But we also did start to introduce a new eclipse cycle, the Aries-Libra eclipse cycle, and that is in a better angle for Leos. Okay, so you can check out the April and May reports to get more about that. But for this month, we just want to know that some news may still come in, but the heat is starting to wane a bit. One of the most important things to know about this month is that from June 1st through 19th, we have the last open period free from personal planet retrogrades and their shadow periods that we will have until October. Because on June 19th, the pre-transit shadow period before Venus retrograde begins, and that Venus retrograde cycle is going to last until October. Nothing to fear, and in fact, Venus is going to be in your sign for that entire time. So we'll be talking about that over the months that is going on. And actually, we'll start to talk about that this month because Venus will get into your sign this month, which is very exciting. And there are so many positive things you can do with Venus retrograde, but it's important to know the difference between the energies of the first few weeks of June and the last part of June so that you can align your rhythm with the natural rhythm. Okay, so the first almost 3 weeks of June will be about forward movement, bursting out of yourself, launches, making things happen, really taking the bull by the horns, as Leos like to do. Then as we shift into the retrograde energy, it's going to be more of an inward and backward energy where you have woven all of your webs in those 3 weeks, and now you sit back and you wait for food to come to you. Also, you can liken it to sitting on the shore, waiting for the tides to bring information in rather than you trying to set your boat afloat. But June 1st through 19th, that's the time to get the messages in a bottle, the boats, send them out there because the tide's going out. And you can get them, going really well. And then as the month progresses, it's more about just kind of letting things come to you. And there are other things to know about Venus retrograde. This is actually one of my areas of expertise. And you can look for Annie Botticelli Venus retrograde, my YouTube video. You can go to anniehelpsyou.com, search for Venus retrograde, find my many blogs about Venus retrograde. And you can see more about this in my book, Planetology, How to Align with the Natural Rhythms of the Universe. So if you really want to get this straight and get a leg up on what you're going to be working with, then you can check all that out because Venus rules love and romance and relationships and money and finances and income and self-esteem and beauty and design and more. So it's good to get, to be aware of it. And especially since it's going to be in your sign for this prolonged period of time, it's going to be very personal for you. Okay, so now let's talk about my 15 ways that Leo can rock June. All right, so we're just going to blow through these here and give you all the goodies. Number 1 way to rock June for Leo is say yes to social opportunities. Your 11th house of social energy plus the Gemini energies at this time, which are also very social, are lit up like crazy. So the sun, star goddess Juno, the new moon at 26 degrees of Gemini, and the days are on the 18th. Mercury will blow through Gemini and your 11th house. So social opportunities will abound. And of course, you have to trust your gut as to which ones to say yes to. But whether they're online or in person, lots of opportunities are likely to present, and lots of opportunities can come to you because all of those Gemini placements make a beautiful angle for you as a Leo. They're a 60-degree angle of opportunities. So you might be missing opportunities if you don't say yes to social possibilities right now because they're going to abound. All right, number 2 way to rock this month is to get your business online. You've got this small window in the first few weeks of June, and I like the first 2 weeks of June even better for doing something like a launch so that you're further away from when the energy starts to wane. Venus retrograde can be excellent for business, and there are many things, and we'll talk about those as the months go on. But what it's not as great for is launching a brand new business. Doing something with the business you already have, trying different things on, it could be great for that. But if you want to launch a new business or get your business online for the very first time, I love the first couple of weeks of June because of the open transits and the direct forward movement. You're having that imprint that will imprint onto that project for the rest of its duration. And you have the house of the internet lit up by the sun and all of these other placements. So this makes it a beautiful time for you to get your business online or expand your reach online, start social media, expand, anything like that. Number 3 way to rock this month for Leo is to let tech improve your life. Okay, if you're a technophobe, strangely, I have always been a technophobe and I have an online business. I've had a successful online business for 17 years, so very much ahead of the curve, but I never really wanted to do it. I sort of, had to do it and I followed what Spirit was showing me, but I haven't always been, quick to adopt things with tech. So I get it if you are one of those people. But this month is full, and it's not just this month. It's a short term and also a long-term possibility because of various things in your chart that are, and also just the way that life is going now, right? Tech is kind of, just everywhere. But this is a really great time to let tech improve your life in small ways or in big ways. Number 4 way for Leo to rock June is to partner up. This energy of social interactions, like I said, is really just glowing so brightly for you. And also Pluto has now entered your 7th house to be there for like 20 years. So that part of it is long term, but these other parts are short term for this month. So this is a really great time to let synergy take over for any projects that you want to to get involved with, because everything will go further at this time with some help. Number 5 way for Leo to rock June is to get involved with a like-minded group. This 11th house that's being lit up by the sun and these other placements has to do with like-minded groups of people. You can call it your tribe, people that you resonate with for one reason or another. It could be, from, finding an ancestry group of people, that you have a lot of ancestry in connection with that group. Or it could be like a soccer group because you love soccer. Or it could be, a Star Trek, a Trekkie group, whatever it is, any line of connection that you have that's a specialized thing. You combining with other people who are like-minded is supercharged at this time. Number 6 way for you to rock this month is to open up to new friendships or higher levels of your current friendships. This house that's being accentuated is also your friendship house. So there are lots of opportunities there. Now, we're going to talk about some other things happening in the chart. You've got a very full 10th house. All of those Taurus placements, short and long-term placements, are accentuating the space, giving lots of opportunities. So number 7 way to rock this month is to push through negative work patterns. You've got a lot of help in clearing karma in your work patterns. Maybe you work too much. Maybe you don't work enough. Maybe you get a job and lose it quickly. Maybe you have power struggles in work. Whatever it is, working on the inner levels in your inner world, your psychological level, on your patterns to really blast through negative work patterns is a really great way to use this energy. And some tools you can look into, one is EFT, the emotional freedom technique, is amazing for stopping negative patterns and infusing new ones. You can find lots of free stuff about that online. Okay, so number 8 way for Leo to rock June is to stretch out of your comfort zone at work. Now, those of you who are not employed or don't want to be employed, you can sub in. When I say work, you can sub in passion project, or you can sub in your place outside in the world. Maybe you're involved in a garden committee and you're retired and you just do garden stuff for the community. Whatever your work is, whether you're getting paid for it or not, stretching out of that comfort zone is going to help you to make opportunities really come alive for you. There are a lot of squares that are happening with this Taurus stellium. A stellium is when there are a bunch of placements in one sign at a time or one house. So you've got a lot of opportunity that are coming through some pressure points, and pressure points don't have to be bad. They can be the catalyst that cracks you out of something. So you want to take advantage of that chance to push through the work patterns, which is number 7, to stretch out of your comfort zone. And number 9 way to use this similar energy to rock this month is to think futuristically with your employment or your passion project. That energy I told you about, tech stuff. You've got the planet Uranus moving through in a long-term way in your 10th house of work or passion projects or your place out in the world. And Uranus rules futuristic thinking. So just changing your perspective to think about how you can apply, thinking of the future to your work can really help you to advance. All right, number 10 way for Leo to rock June is to make wise plans for long-term money strategies. Okay, so you've got Saturn in your 8th house for a few years now. It's a new transit. And this is really applying that, I always think of Saturn as the typical, not, of course, grandpas could be many different things, but, the typical old way that we saw grandpa, right? Stern, wise, wise and or abundant in resources and experience. And Saturn is like that wise grandpa. And he is in your 8th house of your shared money, your family money, your investments, your loans, your debts, your taxes, your estate planning. So making some wise decisions with your long-term strategy is a short and long-term opportunity that you have that you can use to rock this month and take advantage of the starry potentials. Number 11 way for Leo to rock June is to bring alchemy to your relationship space. Pluto, newly in your 7th house, is bringing the boom from the atomic perspective. This, Pluto rules atomic energy and the whole spectrum of destruction up to fueling a nation. You've got this, your own nuclear power plant in your relationship space for like 20 years. And you can use that to create alchemy in your relationship patterns. Number 12 way for Leo to rock June is to be fabulous. Okay, so you've got not only Mars, but also Venus in your sign. And one of the aspects of Leo is to just let your fabulousness go and flow. And now you have 2 energies coming together in your sign. This is an amazing opportunity to just kind of level up with your expression as it relates to your appearance or what you're bringing to the world. And number 13 way to rock this month is to have some pictures taken. This, especially, when your Leo placements are being really accentuated with these transits, your 1st house is being lit up. That is your physical appearance. So you might be able to get some really good pictures taken now that you'll use for your marketing or for just whatever for a long time. So maybe arrange a photo shoot or your friend or somebody to take some great pictures of you. And this is a great time for that. Number 14 way is to be bold and go for what you want. Leos tend to do that anyway, right? Unless you have mitigating factors that make you not. But having the support of Venus and Mars being so close together, and also both in Leo, really accentuates you, going for what you really want, especially in the first couple of weeks of the month. And number 15 is to let your creativity rip. The same Leo energy that accentuates the other things we spoke about is your unbridled, enthusiastic, creative forces. So just really let them unleash. If you want to have a baby, amazing time. Lots of creative energy that way. If you want to have a creative baby, where you create something and that's your baby, that's not a human, you have amazing energy for that at this time. So you just being out in front of people, and your work being accentuated, this is an amazing way to rock this month. The new moon and full moon this month are both in beautiful angles for you. So the days around June 3rd, we've got the 13-degree full moon in Sagittarius. That makes a trine for you. That's accentuating your, of course, travel, learning, publishing, but also the house of, that's actually accentuates the house ruled by Leo, the 5th house. So all of those things we talked about with your passionate creation and the full moon is bringing that up for you. Everyone can get the goodies from that, but those of you between 8 and 18 degrees and the closer to 13 degrees, the more you get a kiss from that June 3rd full moon. It's basically the last couple of days of July and the first week of August, and the closer to around the 3rd or 4th of August, the more you get that kiss. That full moon also might send you packing or make you do something along the lines of international business, travel, languages, etc. In the days around June 18th, you've got the 26-degree new moon in Gemini. We talked a lot about the Gemini energies and accentuating your 11th house, and this new moon is just another factor, making a beautiful angle for you. And this time, the very late degree friends get even more of a kiss from this. So 21 degrees through the rest of the sign, that's basically going to be like August 11th through the rest of the sign, and the closer to like the 17th, 18th or so, the more you get the kiss from that new moon in the days around the 18th. If you love the info I'm bringing and you want even more, go join my free VIP community at anniehelpsyou.com. You get all kinds of goodies and they'll be outlined there when you check it out. And also it includes my write-up of the month 1 month early with the general aspects, my favorite aspects, the ones to be careful and awareful of, and just other things to prepare you for what the month is going to be like, plus all kinds of other goodies. You can see that there. The link is also underneath the podcast or video. And if you want to learn astrology, you can see more at that link, or you can go to beastropro.com, beastropro.com. I've been a successful astrologer for almost 2 decades, and I would love to bring my entrepreneurial experience to help you be successful from your love of the stars. You can see that at beastropro.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.